What? Come on, man. Look at this. Look at this. What a beautiful morning. Happy Tuesday. I'm gonna say happy Monday. Happy Tuesday, my peoples. This is day 2 of the non-shadow ban episodes of Boxing for Breakfast. Yes, my peoples. 7 days straight of a shadow banning for Jay Smith and Box Center, and it was over yesterday. It was over with. You know it, man. We was talking Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. You know the magnitude of this fight. We actually, once again, man, making predictions. We can't come to an agreement with regards to what's gonna happen. We just can't do it, my peoples. It's gonna be divided. People feel comfortable with Canelo washing Crawford, running him out of the ring, as Oscar De La Hoya stated. I will say though, let's point this out. There's also a lot of people, including fighters, coaches, trainers, that feel like Terrence Crawford is gonna put the Dre, Swiss, and the Apple Beats on Canelo Alvarez. I happen to be one of those people. That's it. Tuesday, fights going down this Saturday. Come on, man. Come on, my people. We're about to witness history. We're about to witness history, ladies and gentlemen. So again, those of you, oh, wait a minute. By the way, working on some things for you guys. I'm pretty sure you're going to be excited when you see what's coming up. But this week, man, is historic. It's about Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. We're going to be talking. There's a lot of good fights. There's a lot of fights coming up. But the main event in boxing, the biggest fight in boxing, is Crawford versus Canelo. And that's going down. We're days away from that. That's it. All the talking, all the guessing, Nah, man, it's going down. It really is going down. What is this, my peoples? Hold on. So again, my peoples, the shadow banning for Box Center, the shadow banning for Jay Smith is over. We talking Terrence Crawford, we talking Canelo Alvarez, we trash talking all of it. I don't know if you've seen it. Hector Camacho Jr., my brother, joined me yesterday, and that's what we was talking about. We was talking about the fight. We ended up even shadow boxing each other because, we both got rattled up over this fight. So the fans are amped about this fight, but even the fighters, the coach, like everybody is so hyped about this one. And I said it from the beginning. I want you guys to consider this. From the moment they announced Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford, we was already going at it all over social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It was a frenzy right away, and it's been at a fever pitch from the moment it was announced. Y'all think about that. And one way or another, since that fight was announced, every day it's being spoken about. Since it was announced. Months of people talking, going back and forth, debating. That's how you know we're watching history. We're watching something historic. It overshadows everything. Think about this. Tank Davis versus Jake Paul was announced. And, that's a few months away. But still, when it was announced, it was like the biggest buzz on social media for a few days. And this thing right here that's going down on Saturday overtook it. Because that's an exhibition fight. It's going to make a heck of a lot of money. A lot of people are going to tune in. But this historic event overshadowed that. That's it. Nobody's even talking about it. Floyd Mayweather announced that he's going to be fighting. Who is it that he's going to be fighting? Chat, if y'all can remind me. I know Floyd Mayweather coming back. That's what I know. And that got overshadowed by this. That's how you see the magnitude, the historical significance of this fight. That anything that gets announced right around this time is gonna get overshadowed because this is so huge, bro. We're talking about, y'all just try to think, because I don't know it off the top of my head. I'm not gonna cap. How many titles in between those two fighters that are stepping in the ring? When's the last time we had that many belts, that many titles, that many, accomplishments face each other? Again, we're talking about both of them been undisputed. Crawford has done it twice, and now Canelo's undisputed at 168. Both of them have won titles in multiple divisions. Both of them number one on the pound for pound list. It's hard to say when is the last time we had two fighters as accomplished as Canelo Alvarez and Buck Crawford share the ring. It's hard to say. When was the last time we saw that? So we're gonna get something special. And I tell you what, this fight is gonna live up to the expectations. That's what. Look, at 38 years old, people look at Crawford and they talk about the age. It's like a disrespect to not see his physique. Yo, Crawford looked like a young bull. Literally. Y'all seen that last image? Like a bull. And you're talking about, nah, this guy's gonna get tired and he's gonna be slow. Yo, Crawford is gonna be stronger than ever, bro. He's gonna be fast. He's gonna be powerful. Look at him. Just look at the images. Look at the training videos. So the assessment of how this fight is gonna play out is mad disrespectful to Terrence Crawford. It's like he's weak, he don't got no power, he's little, and he can't do nothing but get walked down and beat up. Huh? Hold on, this guy who's 41-0 and never been dropped in his whole career, been doing nothing but winning, knocking people out, and he just gonna get washed? That's nasty work. That's nasty work. But on Saturday, y'all gonna find out, my people. That fight will not play anything the way people think it will. Nothing. There will be at no point in this fight are you gonna see Canelo walking Crawford down and beating him up. At no point. That will never happen. And guess what? You know when y'all gonna start feeling scared for Canelo? Like, damn. Ooh. When he catches Crawford with a good shot, boom! And Crawford eat that joint, bang! And even counter him, bang! Give him a 2-3 piece, a snack box with the chicken wing, the french fry, and the biscuit, no soda. When he give him one of those after getting clipped, you're gonna say, oh shit, he ate Canelo's punch. Because that's the one thing. Punch resistance is something that people want to assume Crawford doesn't have. They want to believe that Crawford can't take a shot. This guy's, think about it, man. This guy's 41-0 and he ain't never been dropped in his whole career. People try to always say that he got dropped against Mean Machine. No, he did not get dropped. If you watch it, And I'm not, look, I'm gonna have to post that video just to debunk that, because I've debunked that a million times, but I'm gonna debunk it again. I'm gonna post a video this week, right? With Mean Machine, what happened, he got caught with a good shot. And when he tried to clinch, Mean Machine shoved him down. And when Mean Machine shoved him, he went on a knee and got right back up. And stopped Mean Machine shortly after that. But Crawford haters will cite that. No, he got knocked down. They just didn't count. He got knocked down. No, he did not get knocked down. In 41 professional fights, this dude has never been dropped. Ever. So again, my people, Terrence Crawford is being disrespected. The way that people talk about this fight, like, I watched Oscar De La Hoya say that Terrence Crawford was gonna get ran out of the ring, that Canelo was gonna make him look easy. Bro, September the 14th, I'ma holla at the Golden Boy. I'll be like, yo, Oscar, how you predicted that? Look how Canelo just got battered, pummeled, beat up. Because I'm telling you, my peoples, look, I want to separate the trash talking from what's real, right? From that real shit. I'm going to give y'all the real. These are two great fighters. I don't have to diminish Canelo to try to say Crawford is going to win this fight. I don't do that. Canelo Alvarez is someone I've always respected. It's a fighter who's one of the most accomplished fighters in boxing today. The face of boxing for a reason. One of the most, the guy who beat the most champions in boxing today is Canelo Alvarez. So how can you knock him? But when two great fighters face each other, one has to win. That's obvious. I got Terrence Crawford whooping that ass, my peoples. Salute to everybody joining. Y'all already know what it is, man. This is Boxing for Breakfast, where you get your healthy dosage of sweet science early in the morning, my peoples. So if you just woke up, man, you need to get dressed, get your ass ready for work. If you're eating breakfast already, enjoy it. If you're on your way to work, drive safe and enjoy the show, my peoples. We talking boxing. Terrence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. That's the biggest fight in boxing. There's no getting around it. Look at this. Tank Davis and Jake Paul was announced, and that was a frenzy all over social media. That was viral. Who's talking about that today? Who was talking about that yesterday? Who was talking about that the day before? Nobody. My peoples, hit that like button, man. Y'all ducking that like button the same way Tank Davis ducked Lamont Roach. But I digress. That fight was announced with Jake Paul, and we was all talking about it, posting about it, all over social media. Nobody's talking about it anymore. You know why? Because of Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Bud Crawford. It's that simple. That's the reason why. This fight is so big that it overshadows anything around it. Anybody announce a fight, announce anything, we're going to talk about it, but it's going to disappear quick because this is historic right now what's going on. Look at Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather announced that he's going to be coming back and fight an exhibition. Who is Floyd Mayweather doing that exhibition with, man? I forgot, man. Y'all could tell me. I can't remember. But we was talking about that Floyd Mayweather coming back and all that. That's it. We're not talking about it. That's it. Nobody's talking about it. Because, again, Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford is a historic event. Off the top of my head, I cannot tell you when is the last time two fighters who both been undisputed, both been pound for pound, both been multi-division champions, face each other. I would have to Google it. Chat GPT that joint. Why? Because this is something that just doesn't happen, my peoples. So for those who are, spending their time hating, oh, nah, this guy's this guy's that, hating, man, I'm trying to enjoy this, bro. We're going to witness history, my peoples. This is the type of fight in 10 years, in 20 years, in 30 years, they're going to be talking about it. You see, You see how Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier is a fight that we still talk about? Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, that's a fight that we still talk about till this day. Oscar De La Hoya, Tito Trinidad, we still talk about it till this day. Floyd versus Pac-Man, we still talk. This is that type of fight. This is that type of fight that years and years down the line, people gonna be talking about it, especially because of the outcome, especially because of the narrative. Too big, too strong. This guy's too little. This guy can't handle it. All of that is gonna be a factor in the way this storyline plays out. So that's why it is very important that you guys tune in on September 14th. Because I got my apron ready. It's going to be a cooking show for those who was telling me that Canelo Alvarez was going to knock Terence Crawford out. It's going to be a cooking show. Underrated Will, good morning. Hit the like button. 18 viewers, 3 likes. Come on, my peoples. I'm giving y'all this boxing for breakfast early, and I get 3 likes. Xander, there's a difference between loving the sport and loving the fighters. That's why I enjoy boxing and respect all fighters that have the balls to get in the ring. Same here, my brother. That's why I tell people, and they don't know how to do that. They don't know how to separate the trash talking from the reality. And it gets to a point where they think that trash talking is real. So now you find these guys and these content creators calling world champions bums. And starting to actually believe it. Nah, he's a bum. He's a bum. Like, bro, hold on. We could talk shit and trash talk, cool. But to then say that he's a bum and you actually believe it, now you're wilding out. And that's what happens. We have to understand this. One thing is trash talking, and one thing is reality. So I could tell you, oh, Crawford's gonna batter him. He's gonna pummel him. But wait a minute. The reality, when we talking for real, then I'm telling you, Canelo Alvarez is a great fighter. Hold on. This is going to be a competitive fight. Now, I do believe towards the end, towards the championship rounds, Crawford may have his way. But, you know, it's going to be a competitive fight. It's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good showdown. And I may say, those results are going to be what make it a bigger win for Terence Crawford. Why? Take a look at Errol Spence real quick. And before anybody even put it in the chat, my peoples, I will just say, no, I'm not comparing Errol to Canelo. I'm not making that comparison. You don't have to say it. All I'm saying is the narrative. Too big, too strong. Crawford is too little. Crawford's not going to handle the power. Does it all sound familiar? That's all I'm saying. I'm not comparing fighters. I'm just talking about the narrative. Claymore Rain, it's fight week. Claymore Rain, salute my brother. Bam! Bro, I'm so hyped about this fight. I can't remember when's the last time that I was this hyped. In fact, this shit is crazy, bro. Yesterday, you know, I was just reviewing some stuff that for some content, and I felt a little bit nervous, bro. Like not nervous about the results, just like little butterflies. Like, goddamn, I'm not fighting. Why I'm feeling that way? But I think that's just how big this fight is, man. This is something historic. You know, I think we're lucky. This generation of boxing fans and boxing and content creators and people involved in the sweet science, this is an amazing time to be a part of all of this somehow, some way, whether you're watching on TV, whether you're a part of it. We're witnessing history, my peoples. We are witnessing history. And of course, like I said earlier, or what I was saying earlier, Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence played out the way that it did, and Crawford's star power went from here to here, it skyrocketed. And part of the reason why it did that is because he was expected to lose. This guy's so big, this guy's so strong, this guy's gonna knock him out. And then he put that type of pummeling on him. Every TV show wanted to meet this guy. Every platform wanted to have this guy on now. And thus, Terence Crawford became a superstar. But now, this W is gonna take his star power to another stratosphere. This one right here. Claymore Rain. I definitely resonate that nerves are going crazy. I'm savoring each day this week. My brother, we on the same page right here, man. The people that just don't understand the historical significance of what we're about to watch, to them it's fight week, okay, and they're gonna enjoy it on Saturday. Nah, to those of us who know what's really happening, how many accomplishments is gonna share the ring. This is so big, man, that every single day it just get closer and closer. It's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, damn. I can't believe we're this close. I almost wish we was a little bit further away so I could mentally be more prepared. Like, damn, is that it is happening this Saturday? Damn, give me a little bit more time so I could be more ready for this. But man, I'm just hyped, bro. I'm hyped about this fight. And at the same time, as I'm hyped, I could tell you I'm super disappointed with all of these platforms, which we spoke about before, that continue to drill in on these negative narratives. Bro, we about to witness history. We about to watch an epic showdown. A showdown of epic proportions. And you busy over there talking some bullshit. Come on, my peoples. Come on, my peoples. Those of you tuning in, y'all already know what this is, man. This is Boxing for Breakfast, where you get your healthy dosage of sweet science early in the morning, my peoples. And that man right there, Claymore Rain, if you're not subscribed to that channel, you should have been subscribed, my peoples, because that right there is somebody that's not talking all that goofy shit, that's not making up stuff out of thin air just to hate on people. This man is over there talking boxing, speaking truth. Subscribe to Claymore Rain, my peoples. Salute, my G. Claymore Rain, nah, this is the culmination of a crazy career for both of these fighters. Shout out to the Canelo fans as well. This fight will be era-defining. You see? I couldn't describe it any better. The thing is, Claymore, as I will say, as boxing purists, we appreciate a lot of the aspects that are taking place here. So, rooting for one fighter doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to knock this guy or I'm going to say something about this guy. Nah. I think we can both respect what, say, see Crawford winning the fight, but still respect Canelo Alvarez as the all-time great that he is. We have two great fighters that are going to meet up. We have to pick. We have to say, okay, who I got, But at the end of the day, there's no need to discredit a fighter just to uplift the guy that you like. And people tend to do that a lot with Terence Crawford. If you notice, our argument, most of the people, the boxing people I'm referring to, that's going for Crawford, we're saying he's going to win because of a certain skill set and certain things that he's able to do that are going to present problems for Canelo. But the response that we get from Canelo fans is, well, Crawford ain't beat nobody. Is that really real? Crawford hasn't done anything. Crawford never been in a big stage. Crawford never saw no pay-per-views like Canelo, never made money like Canelo. Like, you get all of these arguments, all of these rebuttals that are beyond incoherent. Because why would the amount of money each fighter has made would even be relevant? And I want to tell people, look, a resume speaks about your accomplishments. It doesn't speak about what the result is going to be when two fighters face each other. So never assume that somebody's going to win simply because of their resume. It doesn't work that way. If it did work that way, every time a young lion challenges a champion who got a great resume, they would lose. But that doesn't happen. Bivol beat the shit out Canelo when he had like 20 wins in his resume. Come on now. Lomachenko beat Gary Russell when he had 2 wins. 1 win. And Gary Russell Jr. an elite level fighter. So never assume that somebody's going to win because they have a resume. The resume is not even part of the conversation when we're assessing who's going to win this fight. Now, you could refer to previous opponents to show a skill set. Okay, look what he did to this guy. Look at the skills. That makes sense. But to say that he beat this guy, therefore he's going to beat this one, no, it doesn't. To say he took this guy's punches, therefore he's going to take this one, no, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense. You may think it, like, for example, if you tell me, oh, he took Triple G's best punches. Yes, Canelo can take a shot. But it doesn't mean that if he take a shot that he doesn't see coming, that he can't get hurt. Everybody can get hurt, my peoples. I'm going to tell you right now why Canelo never been hurt. Right now, I'm going to tell you why he never been hurt. And by the way, welcome to Boxing for Breakfast. I'm your host, Jay Smith. Yo, y'all getting your healthy dosage of sweet science early in the morning. Why Canelo never been hurt? Very simple. Number 1, neck. If you follow Canelo, then you know that he does that thing with the neck, that exercise where he got that weight. Canelo has a very strong neck, right? So when he does take a punch, bam, bam, he's able to absorb it. His neck is not just flying all over the place. That's number 1. Number 2, Canelo Alvarez is a fighter who's very smart with receiving punches. For example, we've all seen him do this. Get hit, get caught, and turn with it. Boom, boom. So he got hit, but he didn't get hit flush. Sometimes you even see him get hit in the round during the fight, bang, and you're like, oh shit, he caught him. And then when you watch the replay, you see that he turned away from it. And he actually didn't take no damage or no real damage from the punch. So what Canelo has above a lot of fighters is his ring awareness. It's very, very hard to hit Canelo with a punch he doesn't see coming. So when you combine that with that strong neck, if you hit me, I got a strong neck, boom! And then if you catch me flush, I'm turning with that punch. So you're not putting everything into it. That's why it's so hard to knock him out. It's a combination of things that Canelo has. That combination of things is, like I just told you, that strong neck, that ability to turn away when he takes punches. And then, of course, Canelo's a guy who has power. So when somebody's feeding you steady, strong leather, it's hard for you to let your hands fly on them. So Canelo has a combination of things of why he never been knocked out. But all of those things don't change the fact that it take one punch, the right one, and you done. And I'll give you an example how that can happen in this fight. And I'm not telling you that Crawford is gonna stop him. I got Crawford winning by unanimous decision. I don't gotta stop it. But I'm telling you how Crawford could stop him. What can actually happen. Crawford is taller than Canelo. Canelo's gonna have to find his way on the inside. Remember the first time that Crawford dropped Errol Spence? If you remember, Errol Spence went in with that huge left overhand, looping. And Crawford was with his back almost against the ropes, and he step back, boom, and caught Errol coming in with that uppercut. That was the first time he dropped him. That uppercut happened so quick that we didn't even see it the first time. We had to watch it on the replay to see that it was actually an uppercut that landed and dropped him. So all I'm telling you is Canelo can absolutely go in and run into something as he missed. Absolutely. Crawford's step back game and counter, boom, on the shorter guy is something that can happen. But like I said, if Canelo sees that counter coming and he either rolls with it, brace himself for the punch and just take it, he's not going down from it. The only way that he's going down from it is if he misses, and while he's like this, he don't see that punch coming, boom, and get clipped. Remember what I told you about the strong neck, my peoples, earlier? Canelo got a very strong neck. I need you to understand something. And if you're a fighter, then you know what I'm talking about. If you ever been in the ring, you know what I'm talking about. Your neck is only good when you brace yourself. If you're ready for it, bang, your neck is good. That's why Canelo ring awareness is good. But your neck ain't gonna do shit for you if you don't see it coming. If you, for example, throw a punch and you didn't see it coming and you get clipped with a left hook, that should have your neck on a swivel. That should have your head spinning on you no matter how strong your neck is. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, my people. Agent 17, salute. Bam! Claim on reign. It's the spot you don't see. That's what I'm talking about. People think that Canelo cannot be stopped or that Crawford cannot hurt him because Triple G didn't stop him. And that's not the way that it works. Canelo's not fighting Triple G. Crawford and Canelo's going to be a whole different type of fight. And I think it's going to resemble Crawford versus Spence in a way. Canelo's going to be more competitive than Errol. I know he is. But there's going to be similarities. Towards the end of that fight, there's going to be similarities. And I'm telling you, I see Terence Crawford feeding every vitamin, every mineral, every molecule of his left and right hands on Canelo Alvarez. That's how I see it playing out. And look, for the people who's predicting Canelo Alvarez winning this fight, I respect that, my peoples. Because, again, Canelo Alvarez is a great fighter. Canelo Alvarez is a great fighter. Orange Man Fan Club. Crawford is not fighting Spence. You're right. He's not. This time he's beating Canelo. Your green thumb. Good morning, bro. The countdown is on. Let's go. Crawford. That's it, man. This countdown, this fight is so epic. I said it earlier. Nobody's even talking about Tank Davis and Jake Paul. Think about it. We spoke about it for like 2-3 days. Woo! The internet was a frenzy. That was viral. Nobody's even talking about it. That shows you the importance, the magnitude of this fight. Look at Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather announced that he was gonna do an exhibition. Who is it with? Chat. Who Floyd Mayweather doing an exhibition with? I can't remember. And again, that went viral. The internet was in a frenzy. Nobody's talking about it right now. Nobody. That is how big this fight is. You got Floyd Mayweather. You got Tank Davis. You got Jake Paul. Ain't nobody talking about that shit. Oh, yeah, Mike Tyson. Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson, bro. Who talking about that? Who was talking about that yesterday? Look around. Who was talking about that? So, right now, Terence Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez is the main topic of conversation everywhere you go. We're going to talk about different stuff. We're going to talk about different fights. But this is it right here, my peoples. This is the fight. We going to get that smoke. We getting that action, my peoples. So I say, with these two great fighters getting in the ring with each other, where we could expect a showdown. Why would anyone spend time hating, bro, and not enjoying what we're about to get? We're about to witness history. Like, I'm telling you, I'm hyped. And I see people hating. Nah, because this guy did this and that guy did that. Come on, bro. Orange fan club. Everyone who's going for Bud never does devil's advocate. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's the point. Agent 17. I saw comments where people were clowning Netflix saying it's going to buffer a bunch. And I was laughing. I'm going to explain to you why. Everything about Terrence Crawford, if you look at him, since he's been a professional fighter, he's always done the right thing. All he's done is win, bro. And for whatever reason, people developed this hate for him. And that hate got even worse after he battered Errol. So, look, first, people didn't want him to get this fight. No, he's not going to get this fight. No, he's not going to get it. Then after he got it, oh, he's too little. He's too little. Getting big and strong. Oh, now he's on steroids. Look at Victor Conte. So there always seems to be a negative angle to try to, point or create a negative narrative around Terrence Crawford. But that just talks about his greatness. Just do boxing. Facts. Salute, my brother. Bam. That just talks about his greatness. If you go all the way back to Muhammad Ali, if you go to George Foreman, if you go to the greatest, they have people just like them. They have people just like them saying that they was hype jobs and they was bums and they didn't beat nobody and they beat that guy when he was washed and this guy hurt him and they remember when this guy hurt him. They have haters like that. That's always been around. Claymore Rain. I believe Crawford is going to touch Canelo a lot. Death is one thing, but you will be surprised at what you can live through. Come on, brother. Listen, Terrence Crawford, he's shown us who he is over and over and over. But when you don't like somebody, you don't want to believe your own eyes. You want to believe what you already made up in your own head about that person. So look at what he did to Errol. And the same people who said that Errol was going to knock him out transitioned into the accident and the eye and everything. And Errol, didn't smoke good weed that day, so he couldn't perform. All type of excuses. They could not just give him his flowers. There's people who already have their excuses ready right now because they feel like he's going to win. And they already floating their excuses around. That's what happens when you just cannot accept that somebody's great. You already formulated in your head that no matter what, you're going to have an argument to suggest that he isn't great. That's crazy. That's crazy. Orange man. In other words, talk about the things that might give Canelo the victory. I mean, talk about whatever you want to talk about. This is boxing. We talking boxing. Agent 17. I don't know why people hate Crawford so much. I've been wanting to see him versus Canelo a while. Bro, that's why I like when I got something, when I'm thinking about something, I make a video and I post it because the internet keeps receipts. After Terrence Crawford beat Madrimov, I posted a video saying that he should move up 2 divisions and challenge Canelo Alvarez. I feel like he could beat him. Bro, people rained down upon me. You don't know shit about boxing. This fight could never happen. Crawford is too small, and he don't deserve an opportunity. Canelo's never going to give him a shot. Who is he to ever fight Canelo? King Canelo. You know what's interesting about that? When they announced the fight, I went to that same post, and about 80% of the comments were deleted. Because if you know me, if you've been in this channel long enough, y'all know I get my receipts. I will screenshot your shit. Your comment that you made, I will take a screenshot and make a whole video about what you said. And it could happen to anybody. Anybody say some goofy ass shit, it could be you. So I went back to that video. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna cook these motherfuckers. They deleted their comments. So I was a goofball and I don't know shit because I suggested that that fight should happen. And they all disappeared. So I couldn't even respond to their goofy ass. Keep it original ministry. Canelo wins within 8 rounds. We shall see. We shall see. The Hydro Grind. Good morning, my peoples. Let's make today a good one. Hit that like button. Hell yeah, my peoples. Keep it original ministry. Screenshot this. Canelo beats Crawford. Don't worry about it, my brother. You already agreed that you're going to be here on September 14th. I don't need to screenshot you. I'm going to see you in this channel. We're going to be here on September 14th. It's going to be a cooking show. Boxing Junkie, Grand Rising, brother. Boxing Junkie, salute, my brother. Bam. You already know what it is. My peoples, Boxing Junkie, this is one person right there that knows his boxing right there. And if you want to see an elite level trash talker at the highest level, that's Boxing Junkie right there. You got to check in with him. Michael, Canelo needs a punching to look good. If puncher to look good. If Crawford controls the distance and our point is over. That's what's going to happen. With his longer reach than Dimitri Bivol, Terence Crawford is going to control the distance. Canelo Alvarez is going to eat leather, trying to get on the inside to do what he does, to operate. If you watch Canelo Alvarez versus Dimitri Bivol, you'll see that he didn't have that much success with that left hook to the body. Why? Because he couldn't close the gap without getting punched in the face. Come on now. We've seen it. Claymore Rain. Canelo can knock out Terence Crawford. Nobody is questioning how Canelo wins. This fight only competitive if Terence brings his A game. Of course. Listen, we all know the type of power that Canelo brings to the table, right? So, just like I said, if Crawford catch him with that punch, if Canelo catch Bud with that shot, boom, he sleep him. He could sleep him. It's all over right there. Can he catch him with that shot? Will he catch him with that shot? Hell no. He not catching him. Claymore Rain, he not catching him, my guy. You know that deep down inside. You know it. The Hydro Grind. Crawford is not as slick as people think. He's very hittable and now heavier on those legs. Oh, no, look. You're saying he's heavier on those legs. That's an assumption. That's an assumption. And he's very hittable. Canelo get hit more than him per fight, per round. Canelo's face been a punching bag the last few fights. Holla at me, the Hydro Grind. The Boxing Junkie. Crawford saying he will not outbox Canelo. He will beat him at his own game. Is that case? I see a very hard fight for Bud. He's going to fight him like he fought Errol. I think he's going to beat him at his own game because he is going to trade leather with him. But he's going to be using that footwork. He's going to be using that angle. He's going to be changing stance. Orthodox, southpaw. I don't know if he's going to change mid-rounds or in between. But you're going to see both sides. Both angles. Canelo's going to eat all types of leather. Malice Within. Bivol is bigger. It doesn't matter. Bivol doesn't matter in this fight at all. It doesn't matter. And you know what's the problem when you say Bivol is bigger? Bivol didn't do anything in that fight related to size. He didn't bully Canelo. You didn't see him clinching him. You didn't see him putting his weight on him. You didn't see him bullying him. You didn't see him shoving him down. You didn't see him do anything to suggest it was about weight. So when you say bigger, you're overselling it. He outboxed Canelo thoroughly throughout 12 rounds. Outboxed him. Height, speed, footwork. That's it. And of course, that reach, bam, bam, kept Canelo on the outside of his own range. In that whole fight, I want you to think about this. Malice Within, I want you to think about this. In that whole fight, if you watch it, Canelo probably didn't land five clean left hooks to the body. You know that's his staple. That's his bread and butter. That's how he's gonna break you down, and eventually you're gonna go like this because now you hurt, and boom, you're in trouble. Bivol 8, probably 3 or 4, like that, like clean, like Canelo gets in there, boom. He couldn't land that body shot consistently. Why? Because Bivol kept using that jab, put that jab in his face. I played that fight the other day. The other day I played it, and I was calling it. Bivol kept that stick in his face. And what happened? Canelo has to go on the inside, right, to work. When Canelo was trying to work on the inside, Bivol was like, pop, 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 putting leather on him, feeding him a steady dosage of leather. So when you say Bivol was bigger, it almost suggests like he's strong, like he... Bro, Bivol has a whopping total of 12 stoppages in his entire professional career. Remember that. 12 stoppages in his entire career. Crawford is a known power puncher. This guy stopped every opponent he faced in the welterweight division. And you want to base his whole career pretty much on his Madrimov fight. Like you probably base Shakur's whole career on the De Los Santos fight. This is a knockout puncher. Bivol is not a knockout puncher. That's the difference. Claymore Rain. This is Terence Crawford night. All eyes on Bud. Malice within. You're going to say Bud knockout Canelo when Jacob Kovalev... Again, brother, previous fights are irrelevant. That's incoherent. I know it makes sense in your head. It's actually irrelevant. It's Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez fighting each other. If Canelo Alvarez get hit with a punch he don't see coming, he go to sleep just like anybody else. Counting sheep. The Serta mattress sheep, counting them type of sheeps. Memory foam pillow and all that. Claymore Rain. Terence is going to move accordingly. He will adjust to what happens in that ring. The Hydro Grind. Can't wait to see the win. I can't wait to see the win. Why? Because it's already been debunked in my eyes. The whole narrative about Canelo being too big and Crawford being too small. I see that as being debunked the first time that they went face to face. You saw them. Did Canelo look like a giant in front of Crawford? No. He did not. So now that they look about the same size, all you're left with is with assumptions. Oh, I assume that Crawford cannot take the power. I assume that Crawford is going to get tired. I assume that Canelo is going to hit too hard for him. All you're left is with assumptions. I think those assumptions are going to be answered early in this fight. Canelo's going to catch him with a shot, boom, and Crawford's not going to go anywhere. And that's when you're going to start to feel nervous. Like, wait a minute. Is Crawford taking Canelo's punches and still in front of him? Oh, shit. Canelo's in trouble. Once you realize that it wasn't going to go like you thought, boom, oh, Crawford is down. Crawford goes to sleep. Once you realize that it's not going to play out that way, you're going to start to feel nervous. People rooting for Canelo, I think by round number 3, y'all going to start to understand what's happening. Like, that's where it's going to start to sink in. Because at first, you're going to, with that reach advantage that Terence Crawford has, that is longer than Dimitri Bivol, it's going to take Canelo a couple of rounds to adjust, to actually get on the inside and work. Because Crawford's going to be like this on him. Bam, 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 bam. Crawford's going to have that long-ass whip-like jab in his face. So those first couple of rounds, Canelo's going to be adjusted to that distance. But he's a great fighter, pound for pound, all time. He's going to obviously make the adjustments to that range and find his way on the inside to put hands on Bud. So when he starts to do that, that's when your hopes are going to start to rise. Yes, here we go, baby. We got him now. But that's going to be short-lived because you're going to see Canelo eat some nasty leather. boom. And now he's going to be hesitant. He's not going to be the Canelo that you thought it was. He's not going to be the Canelo that's just going to be walking Crawford down and beating him up like y'all thought. He's going to be the Canelo that's going to be playing chess with Crawford. This is going to turn into a chess match. And it's going to be a good competitive chess match where they're going to go back and forth. They both going to win rounds. They both going to hit each other with hard shots. But that chess match is going to change at around round number 10. They're going to go back and forth. But around number 10, when them championship rounds hit, Terence Crawford is going to start to take over. And Canelo's going to get arrowed up. Now, I'm not saying he's going to get stopped, but he's going to get arrowed. That's it. The Dre, the Swiss, and the respective apple beats will be layeth upon him. I've been trying to tell y'all that, and y'all didn't want to believe me, just like I tried to tell you right before he put that pummeling session on Errol Spence, and y'all didn't want to believe me. Okay, then. Suit yourself. Orange Man Fan Club. His size is not about his power. It's about being able to take a punch. Then again, how do you know if he could take a punch or not? How does anybody know what punch Terence Crawford could take? I mean, taking into account 41 professional fights, never been dropped, I would say he's pretty good at taking a punch. That's just my take. Juan Ocasio, I think we'll see the difference when they get in the ring. That's right. We're going to see it. We're going to see the difference in power, and I'm telling you before the fight. The gap in power is not going to be what you guys think is going to be. Because the way that everybody's painting it is like Terence Crawford is going to be out there pity-patty. And Canelo's going to be boom, boom, boom. Crawford, Canelo, boom, boom. If that's what you're expecting to see, my guy, that's not the way that it's going down. You're gonna see Terence Crawford looking like a young bull, like literally like a bull. Because when we say young bull, that's like a figure of speech. With Terence Crawford, that shit is literally. Did you see the last image? A bull for real, a real life young bull. Come on, my peoples. Malice, so you picking Bud and not make any excuses if Bud loses for argument's sake? Malice within. The only people talking about excuses is Canelo fans. Nobody's talking about excuses. Nobody's talking about, you're not going to give credit to the other guy. It's only Canelo fans that's doing that, bro. Nobody else. If you're watching me from the beginning, if you're watching the show and I'm telling you, these are two great fighters. These are two pound-for-pound fighters. These are two guys who are very well accomplished. Why would I not give one of the two fighters credit? The only reason you're saying that, Malice, is because when Terence Crawford whooped the crap out of Errol Spence, you didn't give him credit. You started looking for excuses. You brought up the car accident, the eye, and every other. Errol Spence, his weed was trashed that day, so he couldn't perform. I don't know what type of excuses you was going to come up with. So now y'all think that that people rooting for Crawford are going to do the same thing like you guys did and have excuses. No. Look at the difference. Terence Crawford fans is like, nah, Canelo's a great fighter, but Crawford's going to whoop him. Canelo fans is like, look at this, the Malice within. You're like, you're going to give him credit, right? You're going to give him credit. But at the same time, you'll be like, Terence Crawford ain't beat nobody. He ain't done nothing in his career. He's not he's a hype job. He's not the #1 pound-for-pound guy. Oh, but if Canelo beat him, you're going to give him credit, right? You're going to give him credit for beating a great fighter, right? So which is it, bro? Is Crawford a bum and a hype job? Because if that's what he is, then why would you want to give Canelo credit? Why would you want to give Canelo credit for beating this hype job and this average Joe and this guy that he ain't really beat nobody? Why you want to give him credit for that? So you don't even realize that you switch logic based on the situation. Claymore Rain. I also believe Crawford will show he is slicker than his distractors think he is. You might see a lot of Shakur in that ring Saturday. Which, by the way, we saw him working with Shakur. Sparring with Shakur and all that. And you know they working on that footwork. You know they working on that step back. You know they working on them angles and that movement. They doing all that. Crawford is going to be super hard to hit. And when he does get hit, it's going to be with punches he sees coming. And he's going to eat those. Eat those. Lyndon Forbes Raymond. Canelo is doomed come September 13th. Doom, I tell you. Doomed. Boxing junkie. Question. You putting Bud as one of the greatest. If he beat Canelo, will Canelo be a GOAT for beating Bud? It's the double standard situations that it's a lose-lose for Canelo. No, it's not a lose-lose. I see Canelo already as an all-time great. It can be a lose. He's already an all-time great win, lose, or draw. So I don't think Canelo's greatness is dictated upon this fight. He's already got the accomplishments to be an all-time great. He's only going to elevate it more. But he's already there. And he's cemented. Canelo is cemented. He could retire right now. He could get knocked out in the first round. He's an all-time great, cemented. He's only going to add to that legacy. And Terence Crawford is already an all-time great too. But beating Canelo, I say he goes to the top 10. No arguments. Terence Crawford is already an all-time great, but a win over Canelo Alvarez has to put him in the top 10 of all time. Taking into account the magnitude of this, what this win means. Think about what everybody's saying, man. This guy's supposed to get knocked out. He's supposed to be too little. He's supposed to, you know, we see the narrative. And this is the second time in his career that he goes into a fight as the guy that's supposed to get knocked out. Second time. You don't see that a lot, my guy. Claymore Rain. Crawford had always shown his willingness to risk getting hit to make something happen. But people believe he can be slicker and more defensively sound. That's what they don't understand. They judge a fighter based on one fight. And it's like, damn, they got to prove you otherwise so you can see those skill sets. Look at Shakur Stevenson is the perfect example. How many people came on this show to say, he's going to run from Zepeda. Zepeda's going to apply the pressure. Zepeda's too strong for him. The only way that he could win is a real boring fight that he's running all night long and Zepeda's chasing him. And what Shakur do? Stand in the pocket. Painted a masterpiece, looking like Picasso out there. I don't know if I was watching Picasso, Floyd, who I was watching. Oh no, I was watching Shakur Stevenson. Stand in the pocket and pick this man apart. This knockout puncher with a high knockout percentage, standing right there inside of the phone booth, and he just couldn't hit Shakur clean. He just couldn't do it. And then when he did hit him clean, Shakur ate that shit like it was a drumstick. Let me have that, son. That shit was tasty. So, the way that fight played out was 100% the opposite of what people say that would happen. In fact, I'm going to remind you guys that Shakur was the co-main event because supposedly he was going to fight in a snooze fest. And then Berlanga was going to light up the show with his explosive performance against Hamza Shiraz in his hometown of New York. Well, guess what? Shakur put the beats on Zepeda and Berlanga got slumped. Now Hamza Shiraz is the king of New York because of Edgar Berlanga. Take that. Never disrespect Shakur by putting him in a co-main event, ever. But I digress, my peoples. It's the hate that these fighters get. Like they just have one style, like they don't have a skill set. Did you not see the difference between how Crawford fought Errol Spence and how he fought Madrimov? He chose to stand in front of him. He chose. You didn't see that movement. You didn't see that footwork. You didn't see the angles. He chose to stand in front of him. Come on, I'm going to trade with you. I'm going to take what you got. I'm going to give you what I got. And you saw a Madrimov that was cautious. A 154-pounder that was cautious against the guy that was moving up. Why? Because of Crawford's greatness. But the haters, they don't understand that. They're just gonna say, nah, he didn't knock him out. He didn't do anything. Rachel, sound like Daffy Duck. Giovanni Walker. Everybody thinks Crawford will lose because of his last fight. But his last fight, his opponent had a very rare, very jerky boxing technique. Canelo boxing style, there's nothing like that. Look, man, people not going to understand it until they see it. Madrimov is a fighter that was like this literally for 12 rounds, bro. 12, yo. The type of shape that you have to be in to literally faint throughout the whole fight is incredible. Madrimov is in incredible shape. And he's a very good fighter. There's a reason why he was a world champion, my people. Armando Rosado, salute, champ, from Puerto Rico. Ooh, Puerto Rico is in the building. Salute, my brother. Bam, appreciate you dropping in. RJ, Tank and Canelo, own boxing. Don't hate, congratulate. Ah, shit, RJ, you see, you came with the realness. I appreciate you, RJ. Now you came through with some real stuff right here. Because you see all these platforms that just spread narratives and they want to talk bad about Crawford and they want to try to assassinate his character. We're about to witness history, man. We're about to witness a historic event. And people going to spend time hating when we could enjoy history. Come on, man. Let's enjoy history, my peoples. Sayabo, Madrimov was 29, undefeated, natural 154 with athletic feet against the pound-for-pound #1 fighter. He fought the best fight he'll ever fight against Bud and still lost. Bud showed them again. Of course. But that's if you understand what actually happened. If you're watching and just accepting and understanding what happened. But if you're, if you want to hate, if you just don't like somebody, you're always looking for a negative angle. So you're going to disregard everything that you just said and go with, nah, he didn't knock him out. He didn't knock him out. And it was competitive. And that's it. The same thing they do with Shakur. Yo, 5 years from now, if Shakur's still, in boxing and an undefeated champion in whatever division, they still going to be bringing up the De Los Santos fight. Yo, bro, people still bringing up the Gamboa fight. That was 11 years ago, man. That was a little bit over 10 years ago. You know how goofy somebody looks? Gamboa hurt him 10 years ago and then 4 divisions down. You know how goofy that sounds? Like, you should never, ever, ever, ever in your life bring up that Gamboa hurt him in the 130 division. 38 pounds below in a different division 10 years ago. My goodness, what are we talking about? Ruben Bustamante, all Crawford has to do is survive to the 12th and he wins. He's not going to be there to survive, bro. He's going to be there to beat the shit out Canelo. Boxing Junkie, what do you think about the undercard, ABC? Who you got winning those fights? Now, I got to see them, my brother. Off the top of my head, I can't tell you. I got to see it. I know that it's a good card, though. I know it's a lot of good fights, but I got to see it. Juan Sosa, Canelo will TK Crawford. I think might be easy night. See, that's where Juan Sosa, what you're saying just doesn't make sense. And I'm going to tell you why. If a fighter is undefeated, is accomplished, is beating world champions, is never been dropped in his whole career, how could you see him made to look easy? I don't even understand. I can't comprehend. How do you see this guy made to look easy? By a guy who got made to look easy himself. Because I remind you that Canelo got made to look easy by Madrimov and Floyd. So we know he got made to look easy. But you never seen Crawford get made to look easy. So is it really over skill set? Or is it just that you don't like Terence Crawford, so you see him losing easily? That's how you want to see him losing. Sometimes we see what we want to see more than what our eyes are showing us. Sayo Fable, Canelo will be drowned in the championship rounds. I think Crawford is just going to dominate by the time they get to that point. That height, that reach advantage, that people act like it doesn't exist, like they don't see it. They're gonna find out. They saw it against Dimitri Bivol. They're gonna see it again. They're gonna see it again. That's all I'm saying. Boxing junkie. Christian and Billy versus Lester Martinez. Ooh. Look, that's gonna be a banger. Let me say something about that fight first. That's gonna be a banger. Bro, they're gonna go ahead and they're gonna trade some nasty leather. But I'm myself in the Christian and Billy bandwagon. Christian and Billy's the truth. I know. Don't get it twisted. I know Lester Martinez can fight. I know he got them hands. But Christian and Billy, man, I gotta rock with him. Gotta rock with him. Caleb Wash versus Fernando Vargas Jr. Come on, bro. We don't even have to. You know I'm rocking with Jr. Fernando Vargas Jr. I got him doing what he gotta do. Come on now. Come on, my brother. And Muhammad Alakel versus John Ornelas. To be honest, man, that fight I can't really tell you because both of those fighters I've only seen a few highlights. I don't know them enough. Salute and respect to both of them. I don't know them enough. I gotta tune in, watch them a little bit more before I can make an assessment. Sai, Jaime Munguia made it 12. Made it 12. Yet Bug gets knocked out. Stop it. I mean, Munguia won 12 rounds. Bug gets stopped. No, Bug gets stopped easily. Munguia is a punching bag that lost to Bruno Sarasi. A guy with a lower KO than Devin Haney. Come on. Come on. Sai, I got Lester against Sam Billy. Look, man, that's why I wanted to make sure people know I respect Lester. I'm rocking with Billy, man, because his style of boxing, his mechanics, his aggressiveness, the weight. I just like the way he moves inside that ring, brother. But I got mad respect for Lester, and I know this is going to be a real competitive fight. Ruben Bustamante, if you were Crawford's coach, what would you advise him to do against Cinnamon Boy? Nah, I would advise him to do exactly what he is going to do. Number one, we're going to watch Canelo versus Floyd. We're going to watch Canelo versus Bivol. We're going to watch Canelo versus Lara because Lara gave him problems. We're going to see those things that he struggled with, and we're gonna come to the conclusion, look, he struggles with guys who have a reach advantage and good footwork and good movement and give him angles. Can't stand in front of him, can't stand with him for too long. We'll refer to Dimitri Bivol on that one. We used a lot of movement. And that's the style we're going to fight. Canelo has short arms. We got long arms. Longer arms than the guy that gave him problems. Longer arms than the guy that made him look like a third shift janitor in Wendy's. We're going to use them arms on him, and we're going to keep that jab out there. We're going to be in the type of condition that we can keep that stick out there in his face all night long. Pow, pow, pow. And whenever he's closing that gap to find his own range, pow, 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 pow. Putting all type of leather in his face. He's going to find his way on the inside. When he does, bam, 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 bam. Keep that chin tight. Keep them arms up. Don't take a lot of punishment. Take two, take three, pop, pop, pop. Sidestep. Step back, move. Just like Madrimov, never stay inside that phone booth for too long. Movement. We're going to outbox him. We're going to outbox him. We're going to outpoint him. In the later rounds, we're going to start teeing off on him. You know what's going to be one of the main weapons that you're going to see in this fight? That step back. Why? Because Canelo is shorter, right? So as he goes forward with them long arms, Crawford's going to step back. Bang! Feed him that steady dosage of leather. So that's what I would advise him. And that's actually what he's going to do. You're going to see it. Ricardo Mayer, fight week, baby. You got it, my brother. It's fight week. That's it. We've been waiting for it. We've been trash talking. We've been going back and forth. That's it, man. We about to get this fight, my peoples. I'm so hyped right now. Like, I'm going to tell you like this. Yesterday, I was actually feeling nervous, my peoples. Not nervous about the outcome. I know Crawford's gonna whoop him, but I was feeling nervous, like, oh, yo, why I'm feeling like this? I'm not gonna fight. I'm not getting punched in the face. Why I'm feeling nervous? Like, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I was thinking, damn, B, I wish this fight was like maybe in 2-3 weeks, cause I'm not ready for that. That's already this Saturday, bro. Shit, I'm not ready for this yet. Like, this is big, bro. Like, this fight is one of those that shadows everything around it. Look, who's talking about Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson right now? Who's talking about Tank Davis and his exhibition show with Jake Paul? Ain't nobody talking about that shit. Nobody want to hear that. We talking about the biggest fight in boxing. My peoples, we about to witness history. I hope y'all understand that. While there's people out there busy hating on fighters, building fake narratives, talking bullshit. Damn, bro, let's enjoy it, man. We about to witness history. That's really what's going down on September 13th, and that's this Saturday, bro. I don't know if I'm ready yet. It's almost like, damn, they should have gave me 2 more weeks for this. Boxing junkie, but don't fight like none of those fighters. Bud is not running or boxing. It's not bust out. He will stay in the trenches, and that's what got me nervous. Never fix something that ain't broken. I mean, Bud don't got one style, bro. Look at the way he fought Madrimov, and look at the way that he fought Errol. The footwork was way different. He's not just going to stay in there and trade with him. You're going to see that footwork, and you're going to see them angles, which is why you saw him training with Shakur Stevenson. What you think he was working with Shakur Stevenson? You're going to see some of that. You're going to see some Shakur up in there, bro. Forget about him just standing in there, boom, 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 like he did with Madrimov. That's not happening. Agent 17, bro. You see Ilya tweeted out he KO Crawford in boxing. Man, I don't even waste time with them people. Them people, they do their thing and they nice at it. Boxing is another world. They not in that world, bro. They not part of that. And when they go compete in boxing, they get pummeled. Whatever he says is irrelevant. Young 8, steady dosage of leather is wild work, bro. I'm telling you, Canelo Alvarez is going to taste every molecule, every vitamin and mineral in Terrence Crawford's gloves. That leather, every molecule, vitamin, mineral that's in that leather, Canelo's going to taste it. I ain't lying to you, bro. I'm not, it's not cap. Ruben Bustamante. Am I the only Puerto Rican who got his money on Cinnamon Boy? Nah. Listen, Canelo Alvarez, he the face of boxing, so he has a Puerto Rican fan base. Here, there's a lot of Puerto Ricans who showed up. By the way, my peoples, hold on, man. Hold on. Now that you're talking about, because you over here repping Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico is always in the building. But my peoples, first of all, welcome to another episode of Boxing for Breakfast, where you get your healthy dosage of sweet science early in the morning. We doing a quick roll call, my people. Let's do this roll call. Where is you representing Box Center from, my peoples? Where you at? Y'all already know what it is, man. Your boy Jay Smith. I'm in Dominican Republic in Santiago. What city, what country you in, my brother? My peoples, where you at? Agent 17, Florida, USA. Florida's always in the building, my peoples. Boxing Junkie, Lowell, Massachusetts. I used to be close by, Manchester, New Hampshire. Ruben Bustamante from the Bronx, New York. Ooh, the mean streets, the boogie down is in the building, bro. Go get the money, What's the deal, family? Last one alive, Bronx, New York. The mean streaks, baby. Orange Man Fan Club, Florida, in the building. Frederick Myers, Georgia. Superman, Brooklyn, New York. You already know. Ooh, that's Jay-Z stomping grounds over there. Ricardo Maya, Canada. Canada is in the building. Young Ape, yeah. You the only Rican rooting for Ducking Ruben, for Canelo Ruben. Sayo, England. England is in the building. Shout out to my people from New England, man. I don't know You know, I've been getting a lot of love lately from people from New England. I appreciate y'all, and I promise y'all, man, one day y'all gonna see box center shooting from New England. Can't wait to go over there. K-Man, Tank Davis hometown. Ooh, come on, come on. Tell him, tell him. Tell him, my peoples. Whoa. Rufus Simon, Philly is in the building where the Philly shell was born. You know what? People think Floyd Mayweather invented the shoulder roll. He, you know, perfected it, but the Philly shell came from Philadelphia, my peoples. Don't never get that twisted. Don't ever let nobody steal it from Philadelphia. That's from Philadelphia. Young 8, pistol waving, New Haven, Connecticut. In the building. The Hydro Grind, Canada, representing the Dominican Republic. Ooh, Cayman, Baltimore. Baltimore's in the house. That's Tank Davis stomping grounds, my peoples. Giovanni Walker, hit the like button. My peoples, check it. We are only a few days away from Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. That's it. All these predictions, all these assumptions of who's going to win. Shit, my peoples, enjoy this. Please enjoy this because we're not going to get this all the time. Understand how many titles are going to be in that ring. How many champions Canelo be? How many champions Crawford be? How many belts both of them have won? How many accomplishments? It's hard to say when is the last time two fighters as accomplished as these two face each other. We're going to witness history, my peoples. No matter who wins, Terence Crawford, we're going to witness history. That's all I'm telling you. Come on now. Boxing junkie. Because Floyd stayed disrespecting the old head, so Roy don't like that shit. Look, I'm going to tell you what, man. Floyd Mayweather and Roy Jones Jr., when they was going back and forth on social media, I thought it was going to happen. I thought that fight was going to happen. And then we just saw Floyd Mayweather announce that he's going to fight Mike Tyson. But again, think about the historical magnitude of Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. When Tank Davis versus Jake Paul was announced, and that went viral across all social media. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, IG, YouTube, and everything else. Viral. Guess what? Within a couple of days, that news disappeared, got completely overshadowed by Canelo versus Bud. Nobody's talking about Jake and Tank. That's it. Nobody's talking about that shit. And then Floyd Mayweather, an old-time great, an icon, announces that he's going to have an exhibition with Mike Tyson, another icon, another GOAT, and that went viral across all social media. A couple of days, that disappeared. Who's talking about right now Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson? Who's talking about that? Who? Why? Because that's how big this fight is. We are going to witness history. That's why I tell you guys, those people that be talking conspiracies and that's selling conspiracies on social media, enjoy those conspiracies. Whether you like conspiracies on YouTube or IG or Facebook, enjoy your conspiracies. But learn how to separate conspiracies and reality. There's people out here telling you the reality of what's going on. That's what you need to listen to. We're about to witness history. Now, 5 years from now, when you look back at this historic event, do you want to be one of the people who absorbed history, enjoyed it every moment, every day, the lead up, the pressers, the fight, the post-fight? Are you going to be one of the people that enjoy every moment? Or are you going to be one of the people that spent the whole time just trying to hate? Nah, this guy probably did this. No, this guy did that. No, this guy. That's not how I want to enjoy history. Some people enjoy history by hating on somebody. Nah, man. I'm trying to take it all in. Pause. No Diddy. Shit sounded weird as fuck. Side. The snack conspiracy is just damage control if Bud wins. Look, you gotta understand. Victor Conti been out of jail and been working on snack for mad years already. And they never spoke about that. And as soon as Terrence Crawford and Canelo got announced, they started drilling on that. This Facebook groups, Facebook pages, YouTube channels, where they drilling on Victor Conti non-stop. Non-stop every day. What do I call them? Narrative builders. Don't listen to the narrative builders. That's for entertainment purposes. That's what y'all gotta understand. Know the difference between entertainment purposes, somebody feeding you bullshit so you can have fun with it, and somebody that's telling you what's going down. Robert Bustamante. All I know, I'm going to order pizza, hot wings, nachos, and lots of Heineken September 13th. Woo! Enjoy it, bro. Enjoy it. I think I'm going to get me some ribs, some barbecue ribs, some chicken wings, maybe some sausages. I'm going to get, a little something to munch on while we witness history, because come on now, don't be witnessing history on an empty stomach, number one, and don't be witnessing history drunk. Don't get too twisted, my peoples. Don't do that. Cause I'm gonna tell you like this. And that fight was a long time ago. But for the rematch between Sugar Shane Mosley and Bernard Forrest, I got twisted. And I didn't enjoy the fight. Didn't enjoy it. And then it was even worse for me because I thought Mosley was going to win the rematch and he got battered. So now I'm twisted and now my feelings is hurt because my guy's out there getting pummeled. So don't get twisted. You don't need to subdue the pain of watching Canelo get his ass whooped. No, don't subdue the pain. Have a couple of zips, and enjoy the show. Superman, you cooking up. Agent 17. I'm a def try and make beefy cheese dip for Saturday. Pierre Oliver, fight week. My brother, it's fight week, that's it. We're about to get that real smoke. We're about to get that specialty. We're about to get that action, my people. I couldn't be any more hype. I don't remember when's the last time I was this hyped for a fight, bro. And I'm going to tell you right now, September 13th is going to feel like July 4th. Boom, 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 boom. You're not going to understand. You're going to be confused. You're going to look at your calendar. Is it September 14th? Shit's looking like July 4th out here. It's going to be fireworks. Guaranteed. Go get the money. You got it right. It is going to be fireworks. Pierre Oliver, Dalier. Inoue versus MJ, too. But you know Naoya Inoue. Look, I respect MJ. Naoya Inoue is going to lump him up. I got to let you know that right now. Naoya Inoue lumping him up. And I got to say, the monster is one of my favorite fighters to watch today. One of my favorite active fighters. You know what you're going to get with him every time out. And I've told people, you know what's funny? I said these words about 4 years ago. I said, Naoya Inoue is a better version of Manny Pacquiao. As usual, when I say something that nobody else is saying, I don't know shit about boxing, I'm crazy, I don't know what I'm talking about, I'm disrespectful, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So let me tell you where that idea comes from. I watched Manny Pacquiao from when he was very young, and I've been watching Naoya Inoue for a while. What I see is that Naoya Inoue is a lot sharper than Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is a volume puncher. If you watch both of them at the same age, Manny Pacquiao, a 3-punch combination might look like him running into you, bam, 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 going forward and throwing punches. But Naoya Inoue sit down on his punches. Bam, bam. He's sharper than Manny Pacquiao. You can't debate that. Watch both of them. If you watch, Manny Pacquiao was the guy who beat guys up. And because he gave them a sustained beating, and that's what brought the stoppages. He would TKO you. The referee got to step in. You getting beat up out there. Or fighters quitting in the corner. Or the corner throwing in the towel. Manny didn't stop you with, boom, one big shot. He beat you up. Naoya Inoue has that power to just give you one. And it's all over. But it's interesting to see that about 3 years after I said that, Bob Arum said that he believes Naoya Inoue is better than Manny Pacquiao. Now remember, both Manny Pacquiao and Naoya Inoue signed to Bob. So he's assessing fighters that were under him, that he's seen personally, that he's worked, done business with. Naoya Inoue is that serious. The only weakness in Naoya Inoue when you compare him to Pac-Man is that although Manny Pacquiao is a small guy, Naoya Inoue is a lot smaller. He's like, I think 5'3" or 5'2". So with that height, his ceiling, as far as how many weight classes he can go up, is not as high as Pacquiao. Pacquiao went all the way to 147. He was a small 147-pounder, but he found success in the division, right? Naoya Inoue, he'll never fight at 147. I don't think he'll ever go above 130. Maybe 130 at the most. I don't see him ever going above 130. If he goes for 135 at the end of his career, maybe, but I don't see him going above 130. So that's the only thing. Naoya Inoue will not be able to climb as many divisions as Manny Pacquiao. But in those divisions that he fights in, he's going to turn in performances, historic performances, just like Pac-Man. And he's going to look better doing it. He's going to look better doing it. Boxing junkie. Inoue is a better boxer, but sharper with their punches. I don't know about that. Look at them. Look at the mechanics. Look at how Manny Pacquiao, when he goes forward with the punches, even when he dropped Keith, remember how he dropped Keith? Remember how he dropped Keith going forward? Yo, Naoya Inoue is right there. Sharper, bro. Look at him. The mechanics of Naoya Inoue is something else. It's just something else. Boxing junkie, yeah, Bob always say that about his next superstars. Brian Romero, my brother, everyone is doubting Crawford because of the weight jump. I got Crawford, but I'm not going to lie. It's making me think. Look, the weight jump, honestly, to me, to myself, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Why? Because I'm looking at the physical aspect. That's the thing that you're going to see as soon as that fight starts, you're going to see it. Everybody's talking about the weight jump. And weight classes for a reason. And you're dismissing what you see with your own eyes. Remember when they faced each other off? Every time they faced each other off? At what point did Canelo look big? At what point did you say, oh, wow, this guy looked huge in front of Crawford? That never happened. So, you're thinking about the weight jump, but I would say look at the physical. Look at the physicality. Look at their body. It's different. Agent 17, Romania. We talking boxing for breakfast. Ooh, Romania is in the building, my peoples. We all over the world. You see that? Yeah, we were shadow banned last week. Nobody got no notifications. YouTube punished me for 7 days straight. I didn't deserve it. But we back, my people's boxing for breakfast. And they watching all over the world. Everybody tuning in Africa, in Europe, South America, North America. We all over the place, my peoples. Look, I want you guys to know, because I don't say this enough. You guys tuning in. This show would not be what it is if it wasn't for you guys. There's no way. There's no way that I'm doing this if it wasn't for you guys. So I want to say much love to everybody tuning in, man. And much love to everybody supporting Jay Smith, everybody supporting Box Center, everybody supporting Boxing for Breakfast. Yo, without you guys, this show would not be what it is. Because I want to tell you guys real quick. When I decided to do Boxing for Breakfast, I was going to do 5 episodes. My plan was, I'm going to do 5 episodes, and if the people rock with me, we're going to make it happen. If they don't, I stop it, cut the losses short, and move on, try a different show at a different time or whatever. But from day one, you guys been rocking with me, been showing me love, and we doing this Boxing for Breakfast early in the morning for you guys, man. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. I appreciate you guys, sharing your opinion, trash talking with me, sharing your insight. You guys notice that when people don't know shit about boxing, I don't hesitate to block them or kick them the hell out of here. Because what I want to build up is a community of people who know boxing, who know what's going on in the sport, who understand. We don't have to agree. We don't have to have the same opinion. But we all know what the hell's going on in the sweet science. Ruffer Simmons, big up, Jay. Salute, brother. Bam, appreciate you dropping on. Kindly Luda. What would be losses? I don't know what you mean by what would be losses. Superman, Jay Smith, the last few days you missed the last words of the day. Yeah, I got to come in with that, brother. You know what happened? Here's the deal, man. As I'm finishing the show a little bit later than usual, so I have to rush out. So thank you for bringing that up, my brother, because my wife actually told me. My wife was like, yo, you didn't give the word of the day. What happened? So I appreciate you bringing that up. I got you this time around, my peoples. Y'all know Jay Stradamus is going to give you the last words of the day, and I'm going to give you some good ones. I'll try my best to do that. My peoples, it's 8 in the morning. So I did say how much I appreciate you guys, how much love I got for y'all, because you guys make this happen. You guys make it what it is. Boxing for Breakfast would not be this if it wasn't for you guys. So you deserve the Jay Stradamus words of the day. And here you go, my peoples. You guys, myself, the fighters, the coaches, everybody who's following what's going on with Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez for the lead up, everybody who's going to watch the fight, everybody who's going to be involved in the fight, we're all part of it, my peoples. Whether you're watching the fight on TV, whether you're going to be in the stands, whether you're going to be in the ring, the referee, everybody is part of this. We are part of history, my peoples. We're going to witness history. So all I'm telling you is, tune out the negative stuff. We're days away from the biggest, this might be the biggest fight that we get. This might be it right here. This might be our Muhammad Ali versus George Foreman type of fight right here. So don't let the noise and the conspiracies and the fake narratives dictate what you really enjoying, what you really watching. You're watching history, my peoples. We watching history. We about to get the real fight, the biggest fight in boxing, right around the corner. So my words of the day to you guys is, don't hate and don't let the haters dictate how you feel. Let them hate. Let them be the haters. Us, we're going to enjoy the show. We're going to enjoy history. Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez is a dream come true for all of us. And we're going to get that. We ain't got no time for hating, my peoples. Let's enjoy the show. Y'all already know what it is. Salute to everybody who tuned in today. My brother JJ's in their house. My brother Boxing Junkie. Agent 17. Superman was in the building. Yo, if it wasn't for you guys. Oh, Branyo Romero was up in here. MS was up in here as well. If it wasn't for you guys, this show would not be what it is, my peoples. So I really appreciate you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. You already know it, man. This was another episode of Boxing for Breakfast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. I know I did. The ill will. Salute, my brother. I got to tell you, my peoples, I love the sweet science. I hope you guys enjoy tuning in. I definitely enjoy giving you this healthy dosage, my peoples. I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm Jay Smith. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Yo, one love, my peoples. I'm out of here.